We begin tonight with a Fox 10 News alert. A suspect fleeing a shooting that left multiple people injured causes a bad crash. This is happening just right now near 36th Street and McDowell. Lauren Clark is live there with details on both incidents. Lauren, what have you learned?
Yeah, Mark, we arrived on scene a few minutes ago, and this scene is still very, very active. In fact, when we arrived, police had to put up this crime scene tape, and we were in the position of asking witnesses at the same time detectives showed up if they had seen anything or heard anything at this time. Now, what we know from police is that multiple victims have been shot, and they're suffering gunshot wounds, and their condition at this time is serious. I was able to speak to a man who said he was right inside this coffee shop there. According to that witness, he said that there was a man inside, or outside rather, on the driveway shooting into the coffee shop. He said it was absolutely horrifying. According to him, that suspect had his face covered up, and then he ran out of bullets. That's when that witness said that he started to get into his car and drive away. Now, according to police, that suspect did drive away and was followed by another witness to the area of 44th Street and Campbell Avenue. I think we can get some video up on that as well, where a crash took place. Now, according to police, we know that that adult male believed to be the suspect is now in their custody, but lots of questions still remain at this time, including any type of motive or what exactly happened here. But a lot of people who were in this complex at the time, very, very shooken up, and we'll be working to get you more details here as well. Reporting live off of 36th and McDowell, Lauren Clark, Fox 10 News.
Police, they shot a woman in the parking lot of a busy shopping center last night. Police responded to a welfare check near 54th Street and Ray around 6 p.m. Police say a 35-year-old woman was inside a car with a gun, but police say she was not following their commands. They say at some point an officer opened fire. That area was completely blocked as police stayed on scene to gather evidence.
It can be a very chaotic situation. However, our officers are well trained for these specific situations, and we come and know that we are going to be dealing with large crowds. We set up a perimeter and determine where the incident occurred, secure it to make sure that we preserve all the evidence, and we move forward from there.
Police say the woman was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive.
Glendale police need help finding the person who shot a man while he was preaching outside of a church. The victim, a young father who served in the military. Fox 10's Lindsay Regis is live now at Victory Chapel with new details. Lindsay.
Ellen, police say they are reviewing surveillance video from Wednesday. Now, Hans Schmidt is in the hospital fighting for his life, and others are praying for him. While preaching about attending church service.
I just heard about this tragedy and wanted to come by and offer prayers and anything I could do to offer a blessing over the family and over Hans himself.
Schmidt was a military medic who recently moved to Arizona. He's a father of two and a husband. He was driven to the hospital right after the shooting. That's
just heartbreaking for me. Just again, my son is his age, and I couldn't imagine, especially around this time of year with the holidays coming, that his wife and children are having to be worried about having their father and husband healthy and around, and no one should have to be concerned about that.
Detectives don't know if Schmidt was targeted or if the shooting was random.
It is too early to determine whether or not this was committed by somebody who was driving by or on foot, or if it's related to Shannon's Law, where somebody shoots a firearm round up into the air and then it comes back down.
Police say they do not have shot spotter technology at 51st Avenue in Peoria and are asking for help.
51st Avenue in Peoria is a very busy intersection. So we know for a fact that there were people within the area, there were vehicles driving within the area. So we believe there is somebody within the valley that does know something about what happened.
I just pray that those who committed the crime are held accountable in this world or next.
Anyone with information about the shooting is asked to call Silent Witness at 480-WITNESS. Reporting live, Lindsay Regis, Fox 10 News.
An exclusive look into the City of Chandler's animal abuse investigation we've been reporting on since September. Fox 10 has obtained internal emails from the city in connection with the so-called House of Horrors.
Plus, countless complaints from the public when this hoarding tragedy unfolded. Fox 10 investigator Justin Lum has been uncovering new details on the suspect in this case. He joins us live in the studio.
John, Christina, since yesterday, we have been combing through more than 4,000 pages of documents, all surrounding April McLaughlin. I requested all the city emails that included her name and several other aliases to see how this investigation developed. And these are just some of the documents shedding light on new details as McLaughlin faces nearly 100 charges of animal cruelty. Mark Stewart says between him, the mayor, and the rest of Chandler City Council, thousands of emails flooded their inboxes from around the world. At the center of conversation, 48-year-old April McLaughlin. Have you ever seen anything like this about a problem in the city?
No, we haven't. This is like an extenuating. This is very, very rare.
In 2022, court documents show April McLaughlin changed her name to Sydney Taylor McKinley, citing reasons of safety, security, and a new beginning. Police know her as McLaughlin, and her home near Pecos and Cooper Roads was under scrutiny back in September. Code enforcement received several complaints about the strong smell of feces. On September 11th, emails reveal McLaughlin, listed as April Addison at the time, told staff she had 8 dogs in her home. Another complaint said she ran a doggy daycare at the house. Documents say the lead inspector didn't smell any odors on the next visit a week later. On September 21st, McLaughlin told code enforcement in an email that they couldn't inspect her backyard but could look from behind her house. The next day, Chandler Police and the Arizona Humane Society seized 55 special needs dogs and found her elderly mother living in filth. 5 more dogs were found dead in a freezer, and McLaughlin was arrested on animal abuse charges. Calls for action grew louder after the county attorney's office sent the case back to police for further investigation. An email from Councilman Stewart proposed a video statement to inform the public on the timeline, what was being done for the dogs, and the crafting of a new animal ordinance. This video didn't happen, but do you think is that something that would have helped more at the time, looking back?
I think anything that you can do to communicate kind of where we are or where we're headed and just letting the public know what's going on can help. But there's a scope and scale, right? You have as many people as you have. You have your PIO department that's putting information out as quickly as we can. And organizing that was not necessarily the highest priority, but it was something that we could have done.
After McLaughlin's first arrest, code enforcement photos show McLaughlin's backyard and a notice of violation was issued. In early October, Adult Protective Services requested police records involving McLaughlin's mother, Kathleen, investigating vulnerable adult abuse allegations. This month, Chandler PD resubmitted 77 misdemeanor animal cruelty charges to the city prosecutor and 18 to the county attorney's office, 9 of those felonies. The city of Chandler plans to add clearer definitions of animal cruelty and hoarding to its city ordinance. Final vote is set for next month. It would take effect next year.
I think it gives our police department and staff the tools to be able to deal with situations like this.
And this morning, McLaughlin was released from Maricopa County Jail, posting a $1,000 bond. She's due back in Chandler Municipal Court for her pretrial conference on November 30th. Live in the studio, I'm Justin Lum for Fox 10 Investigates.